Kamusta, Namaste, Hola, Ciao, Guten Tag, Hey, Shalom, Sawadi. It's me, Table. Hello, and now this is the beginning of a new series. We're going to be seeing a lot of things like this because, I've been playing Robocraft for some considerable time now. So, I might try and impart some words of wisdom and see if we can't build, because I do a lot of builds, right? I do a lot of builds, but these are very much first section builds. What I mean by that is, I spend 20 minutes, we have some fun, I build a bot, and by the end there's a bot that could or could not be good. And I like that element of doubt, and that's why I like building them first time, because sometimes they fail, sometimes they succeed, and I like that. That's what drives me. But what we're going to do in this series is we're going to make something specifically aiming to make something good. Okay. Now this process is ongoing, as I say, because it needs to evolve over time. X to mirror mode. We're going to go Mark 10, and we're building a cruiser. Okay. So I'm going to go with black, or no, actually I'm going to go with orange so that you can see. Okay, I've immediately noticed that I'm short on orange blocks. Okay, so I'm going to go with orange so you can see the divides, you can see the amount of blocks, so if you need to you can pause and whatnot. Right control will allow you to buy in batches of 10. So here we go. So we're going to go cruiser. We're going to do other versions, but we're going to start with cruiser. Why not? Because for those of you who don't know, when I was playing Robocraft before this whole YouTube thing, I came up through the ranks as a SMG cruiser, and I loved it. Okay, so the magic number with Mark 10 is 3 and 3. Okay, so 3 across, 3 along, 3 across, 3 along, unless it's changed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 1, 2. So there we go. Now with wheels, the school of thought is different. Some people would go 2 steering. Let me show you. So some people would go 1 steering, and in the middle have 2 normal wheels for extra speed. Okay. Personally, also you can go for 4 steering, which allows you, makes you slower, but gives you the ability to turn. You also turn a lot sharper as well. Personally, I think this is a good idea for survivability, that if you've still got wheels shot off, you still have the capability of turning. Maybe not escaping, but at least you could turn behind a piece of cover, or at least get yourself out of harm's way. Okay, so 3 and 3 is the. Now you can go 5. You can go 5 with Mark 10, but it's a little bit too wide, and I feel like 3 across the board. Any mark of vehicle is 3 without a doubt. Now I gave it some thought, and I am going to go. I am going to go with TX on these sections. If you're mounting a wheel or anything, another thing with wheels is wheels, guns, anything. Never put 2 thrusters, 2 guns, 2 wheels, 2 legs on 1 block. You lose that 1 block, you lose both of those items. Never do that. So now you could argue, why not make the entire bottom section of the chassis TX? And you could, but you need to think of your CPU limit. We're already on 277. And you could, yeah, for sure you could, but I'm choosing not to, because I'm going to TX the pilot seat. Now I like to put the pilot seat somewhere between the second to last and last wheel, not fully at the back, so that you have some protection if you get ambushed, but somewhere around there. Maybe even move it forward by 1, maybe, I don't know. Let's have a look. No, I'm going to go, I don't know actually. That does look pretty good. I'm going to go there. Okay. So what we do is we need to enclose the seat. Now, triforcing is something else, and triforcing we're going to get into in another video, and we may even start integrating triforcing into this build. But for now, we're not going to because I need to. I've never been good at triforcing, never been good at it. As far as I'm aware, triforcing is only effective against plasma, which spreads out over an area when it impacts, and SMG fire will still cut through triforcing. So for me, it's not an absolute must. However, excuse me, still not well. In the interest of building a bot that can really fight, it will be something that we will explore. Now, another thing you can do here is you see there's a gap here. You can fit in a prism right there, which you should do. That is important. So now that's a lot of protection on the pilot seat. It is a big block. There's no denying that fact. It is a lot. 408 on the P flops, but that is kind of important. You know, survivability of your pilot seat. If you're going to block it in, I would recommend TX. Okay. So the next protocol, what we're going to cover is gun positioning. Now, it's important not to place all of your guns on the front. For example, if you were going to bring out the bumper this way, which you could to give some wheel protection. If you mount front-facing guns here, you have two things. One, it's possible that they get shot off very, very easily. However, the advantage is that they're very, very low down. And the advantage is that you can still shoot if they don't get hit by direct fire. And they're so low down they could be hard to target unless it's an aerial attack. The other downside is that the guns could catch on the ground and as a result affect your steering. So there is a dilemma there is a decision to make there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, and I'm going to go up one and I'm going to mount them right there. I'm going to go 2. So we're going to do that right there. Now we need to go to SMGs, 2 carbons, and I'm going to do that. Quite high up, I know, but that's the positioning I'm deciding on. Now you could, you'll see here, if I do this, you can go out and down, and you can have some more here, but that it just doesn't quite gel. If your wheels were larger, maybe, but I'm going to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do with the next set of guns is we are going to go. So we've got that section there. We're going to come along. Let's go like this. That's 1 out. We're going to go 2 out. Oh wait, no, that needs to become a TX. So we're going to go TX, okay? And we're going to do that. Now, if you're firing straight on, there is a chance that these 2 guns will impact and damage, not damage, but their fire will hit the gun behind, and as a result, it won't fire. So that is a little bit of a problem. The other one is that with this, I'm counting on losing the 2 front guns quickly. You could say that I'm going to lose my 2 front guns, and so I don't need to worry about such things. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to go up 1. So out 1, up 1. If you're going to have guns directly behind to have a gun bed, it's normally 1 up for every 3 along, I think it is, but you should go 2 up if you want that guaranteed clearance horizontally. But again, you have to make these decisions. There will be a trade-off, but I'm happy with that positioning of guns. I think that's not going to impact too much. Now that we've gone out wide on 2, I'm going to want to go. Well, I'll show you what I'm going to do actually. So we can go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put those blocks in there, and I want to have 2. So I need to be level with. Oh no, wait, no. Can I go 1 in? No, it will have to be somewhere in this position. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting in blocks. Now, as well with armoring, again, this process, I can't emphasize enough that this process develops over time. Okay. Now we're going to go with 2 chassis. We're going to go to curved arrow rods, and I don't want it to be too. I mean, that's kind of, you know what, maybe I can get away with that. So we're going to want to go TX and TX, and I might be able to get away with that. So that's them being too close. So let's go and do this and do that. Okay. Why hasn't that succeeded? Okay, so let's go Duke and then Bug. So then it clashes with that. So again, TX, TX. Oh wait, I can do this. Okay, now this design, like I say, it will evolve over time. I'm pretty happy with that gun positioning. It's not overgunned. Like you've got to think defense or you've got to think offense. Now, personally, I like to go on the offense. I like having a mega SMG. It can really turn the tide in a fight. However, it is 250p flops. So it's a dilemma. Now that 250 will buy you a lot of shielding. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to do that and put in a block there. And I'm going to leave it there. That's gun positioning. And I'm going to take that into a match. I know what you're thinking, Table, that's 23 I can do a team deathmatch. That's 679p flops. I know, but we want to evolve this over time. So taking it through matches and evolving it over time is what you do. Like, these gun positionings might be all wrong, but that will become apparent when we play a match. I mean, obviously, this is only one block thick. We're going to think about considering that. But that's the process. You start off with something basic and you add to it over a period of matches. You don't just build something and go ahead with it. If you want to build something that lasts, that is. Because when you play the game, you earn a little bit of money at a time. So you do a little upgrade over time. So you're naturally doing it anyway. So that's that. That's gun positioning. Okay, so that's part one of the cruiser. The match might go out on Tableandchums Extra, or it might come out on this channel. So it might come out today. You never know. But yeah, so that's it. I've been Table. Thanks so much for watching. That's part one of building the perfect cruiser, wheels and gun positioning. And I will see you again soon with another video. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. If you have any advice or anything you want to see or suggest, I am very interested to hear it, because the discussion is very important, because I want to hear different schools of thought as to developing that perfect bot. In the meantime, take care of yourself, stay chum, and also don't forget, woo, woo, woo!